MC Slots, how you doing today? Hope you're having a great day. It's been sitting up here at this hospital. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Can't get any sleep in there, so thought I'd come out and see if anybody was online this morning. I'm just a little tired sitting up here at the hospital with my mom. Like I say, I just wanted to break the monotony and get out of that hospital for a little bit. So I figured I'd come out and do a live. Hey, Miss Charlene, how you doing? MC Slots. Daggin Hills, how you doing this morning? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm just trying to take a little break from sitting inside that hospital. That's not a place I like sitting at inside there. Hope everybody's doing great today. Yeah, Daggin Hills, I just wanted to take a break, brother. I've been sitting up here for 2 days with my mom up here in the hospital, so it's 4 o'clock in the morning here. Thought I'd come outside and see if anybody was online. Spend a little time chit-chatting and break the monotony. Hey, thanks, MC Slots, Daggin Hills. Hey, Buck Naked, how you doing? Hope everybody's doing great today. I got you, Buck Naked. Yeah, these hospitals, that ain't the place to be. Hillbilly does not like it. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just a little tired. I slept about 3 hours in the last 2 days. Sitting up here with my mom. Hey guys, Miss Charlene, you guys might not have Miss Charlene. Grab her up. Yeah, Daggin Hills. This is the second time now in about 3 months. Yeah, the bad thing is, hey, Blood X, what's up, brother? Thanks for stopping by, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, about every time my mom dozes off to get some sleep, they come in taking her blood pressure or giving her morphine and all kinds of stuff. So every time she tries to doze off to go to sleep, they come in and wake her up. Yeah, Daggin Hills, it's always that way. You can't get no darn rest coming to the hospital. The people that get put in the hospital and the people that are sitting here with them. Ain't nobody gets any rest up at this place. Yeah, you guys grab up Charlene. I think she said earlier she was new, so you guys might want to grab her up. If anybody feels like it, hit that thumbs up for me. I'd appreciate it. Hey, Blood X, if you're still here, that was cool. Chili Man being on your show, brother. I saw a little bit of that. Yeah, Chili Man's pretty cool, Blood. That was a good guest you had on there. Yeah, David. They brought my mom last night some kind of salmon or something, but she didn't eat. She's got three broke ribs. The bottom ribs broke in 2 places, and now she's cracked 4. They've determined she cracked 4 vertebrae in her back, and she's got a hematoma around her left kidney about the size of a baseball. Yeah, the bad thing is she's 80 years old, so hard to heal. Hey, I appreciate it, David. Not sure how much longer we're going to be up here. Yeah, she fell. She fell and hit her left side. I'm not sure how long they're going to have her here. Hey, I appreciate it, Blood X, Buck Naked. Like I say, last night or tonight's the second night in the hospital, but I think they're going to move her to a rehab facility sometime. The problem is she can't get up and move around, and they're said they're going to keep her here until she can at least move around a little bit so she doesn't end up catching pneumonia. Hey, no worries, Daggin Hills. So what's going on in everybody else's world? Anybody got any big plans or anything for the weekend? I guess I'll just be hanging out here the weekend. My oldest daughter is going to come down later this morning. Give me a chance to run by the house and take a shower and maybe grab an hour or 2 sleep. I hear you, Buck Naked. I hear you. That's funny, brother. Hey, thanks, Miss Charlene. I appreciate it. LS Crew, how you doing this morning? Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not used to going. It's my first live this early in the morning. Hey, I appreciate it, LS Crew. That means a lot. Thank you. Well, I don't know about y'all where you're at, but I'm up in Greenville, South Carolina, and it's cooled off up here. 10 away from 1600. I hear you, LS. Man, I keep dropping subscribers. I looked yesterday and it says that I've lost a total of, I think it was like 564 subscribers in the last 2 months that I started. I posted my first video and got my first subscriber about 2 months ago. And I looked and it's up to 564 subscribers now I've lost. Yeah, me neither, LS Crew. And like I say, I can't imagine I had 564 people that didn't do it the right way, you know, when they subscribed to my channel. Yeah, I agree, Daggin Hills and LS Crew. I don't understand it. Like day before yesterday, I got up to 300, back to 319. I think I've hit 319 about 20 times now, or 1319. And then I woke up the next morning and hell, I was back down to 1303 again. I keep losing like 15 overnight, almost every night. I don't understand it. Makes no sense to me. But I can say, you know, it's not just me. On some of the live streams I've been going to, I've been going back and checking on people that I know I subscribed to in the past, and I look, and I'm unsubscribed from people again. Me and Ralph's Trucking, yeah, we've subscribed to each other, I think 3 times now. I don't know why it's not sticking. Got you, David. Over 200. Got you, Buck Naked. Yeah, that's awesome. You know, I said this in some of my earlier live streams I did. I wasn't even paying attention to those watch hours. All I was worrying about was networking. And they so I didn't worry about my watch hours. And then I got my 1,000 subscribers, and I looked, and I had like all those 30-second videos. I had like 0 watch hours. So I am so far behind on my watch hours, it's ungodly. Hey, LS Crew, say something in the chat right quick. I got you, David. Yeah, content's key. All right, there you go, LS Crew. You're now a moderator. Yeah, here lately I've been, hello, Mrs. Future Hillbilly. Get off the live stream and get to work. That's the future Mrs. Hillbilly there, Miss Arlene Bernitas. She's in Manila, Philippines, working right now. Yeah, content's key. Like I say, my goal is trying to get my yeah, go ahead, LS Crew. Go ahead and drop Doughboy. He's been to every one of my live streams that I've done so far, with the exception of this one. Ralph comes to all my live streams. Yeah, Daggin Hills. Ralph's Trucking's got a second channel up and going now. It's called Doughboy, or Doughboy Scratching, or something like that. Wow, David. We met, I found her on Facebook. You gotta be careful, Buck Naked. You gotta pick and choose wisely. There's a lot of I don't want to say scammers, but there's a lot of folks out there that's not doing the right thing, trying to meet folks. Yeah, Buck Naked. You know, I met several people and start asking for money immediately, and yeah, you got to be careful, dude. Yeah, well, me and Arlene, we talked for probably 4 or 5 hours a day on Messenger for a long time. And then I took vacation and went over. We spent 2 weeks together. And yeah, David, she speaks Visayan. They talk so darn fast, I couldn't understand them. I mean, learning the language to me is going to be hard enough at my age, but they talk so darn fast. I get nosebleed every time I get in some of their live streams. Yeah, I got a bunch of Filipino subscribers, and I go to their live streams. I go in there and I get nosebleed and they get nosebleed because they don't speak good English and I don't speak no Tagalog, Visayan. I don't speak any of it. Only thing I can say is manok. That's chicken. That way if I go over there, I'm about to starve to death, at least I can order me a chicken. Yeah, I was stationed in Subic Bay from 82 to 85. I was stationed on old diesel boat submarines over there. So went over and for vacation, me and Arlene went up to Barrio Beretta. It's a place we used to hang out right outside of Subic Bay back when I was in the service. We went up there and stayed at a resort for I think 6 days, and then we came back and spent the rest of the time in Manila because Arlene lives and works in Manila right now. But got to meet a bunch of her family. I've met everybody but pretty much but her dad. Part Welsh, I got you. Yeah, Buck Naked. That's what I drank. I'm not a big drinker anymore, but that's what I was drinking, was ice cold San Miguel. I don't know if any of you guys are subscribed to him or not, but there's a guy on YouTube named Overstay Road. His channel's name is Overstay, one word, Road. His first name's Mark. And he's a big time YouTuber. And me and Arlene actually met up with him in Barrio Beretta. Yeah, check him out, Buck Naked. He's a pretty wild guy. But he's married to a Filipino, and he's got one baby by his wife now, and then his old girlfriend, he's got a daughter. But he travels the world, but he's pretty much been in the Philippines for quite a while now. But like I say, me and Arlene met up with him. We were talking on his live streams, and then I emailed him. We got to talking via email, and while I was over there, me and Arlene actually met up with him. He's a pretty awesome guy. Ben Weather Channel, how you doing today? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm good, Ben. I'm just sitting here in the hospital parking lot. Buck Naked, I spent for everything. You Family Channel, how you doing? I spent about let's just say rounded up around $2,000 total. That was the airfare, hotels, spending money, eating money, everything. I stayed 14 days. Okay, Ben, I appreciate you stopping by. Have a good evening sleep. Yeah, I think it was a total of about $2,000. But now we didn't stay fancy. Or I didn't stay fancy, brother. I mean, we stayed at a nice place in Barrio Beretta. It's a little beach resort there, hotel. And then we stayed at a hotel right there near Green Hills Shopping Center. Had AC, yes. Yeah, we needed ACK gaming. We had to have aircon in Barrio Beretta. It was the heat index, the feel like temperature was 111 every day that we were there. And I was there the last week of May, first week of June. But Barrio Beretta up at close to Subic Bay, Angeles City, it was a lot hotter up there than it was in Manila. Yeah, up there, it was miserable. I mean, even Arlene was sweating up there. It was hot in Barrio Beretta. During the day, it was miserable hot. And unfortunately, I caught a cold while I was over there. I picked up a real bad cough in and out of that heat and aircon. Uh, I can't remember which place you're talking about. When I was there from 82 to 85, when you came across the river, the first thing there on the left was that bank. And that's where we used to exchange uh, money at. But I didn't, we, on the diesel boat submarines I was on, submarine setters, we didn't hang out in Olongapo. We always caught a jeepney right there and went to Barrio Beretta. There's a bar called Island Girls in Barrio Beretta. That was our hangout. And of course, back then when I was there, Subic City was pretty much off limits. And then every now and then we'd get a wild hair and go up to Angeles City. But our choice hangout was Island Girls in Barrio Beretta. A lot of those big bars there in Olongapo back then, they were just so huge and the music was so loud. When we didn't spend much time out in that out in Olongapo. Man, that place had changed. I mean, that whole place has changed. They call it Subic Freeport now, where the old Navy base was. And it's all built up. There's all kinds of restaurants and housing built. All the Navy housing where I used to live at. It's all sold. All those spider houses, they've knocked the walls out. Instead of being, two family units like we had in the military, they've knocked the walls out and made one house out of it now. Yeah, Subic Bay, it's a completely different place. The base part is, anyway. But believe it or not, we took the Victory liner from Manila up to Olongapo. Rode the old Victory liner. And then we caught a trike from Olongapo over to Barrio Beretta. Yeah, Buck Naked. If you subscribe to Arlene's channel, Arlene Verdita, one of her videos, it doesn't have any sound or anything on it. It's just me and her riding in the trike from, Boracay. They say is very nice. I haven't been there, but they said it's nice. But one of her videos is me and her, I got you, riding the trike back from it's called Arizona Beach Resort. We rode the trike from there back over to Victory Liner Circle in Olongapo. Yeah, 82. Your brother did his basic training. Yeah, 82 is when I first got on the diesel boat submarine. I rode the USS Darter, SS 576, and then I made 1 2-month run on the USS Grayback, SS 574. But we were home ported out of Sasebo, Japan, and Subic Bay, Philippines. When I first got out of school and first got to the boat, I went to Sasebo, Japan, waited for the boat to come in, got on the boat, and then we went to Subic Bay for a year of dry dock. But most of our operations we did were out of Subic Bay. I got you. Yeah. What was pretty cool was the USS Grayback. If you ever got time, look it up. It was one of the first ballistic submarines. It had 2 launchers on it, and the Grayback could actually sit on the bottom. It was a spec ops boat. During Vietnam, the SEALs and Special Forces would store all their equipment inside those tubes, huge tubes, and then the Grayback would sit on the bottom in mouths of rivers, and those guys would make their escapes out of the escape hatches, and then get all their equipment and stuff and go in and do their thing during Vietnam. We used to carry a bunch of Korean ROK soldiers with us on operations. Take the South Vietnamese back in up north, or not South Vietnamese, South Korea up into North Korea. But we used to pull in there at Chin Hae, Korea, and pick up the Korean ROK Marines, and they're spec ops guys. Man, it's awesome. I never believed there'd be this many people up this morning. I figured I'd be the only one up. So Buck Naked, you looking to find somebody and bring them back to the States, or you looking to find somewhere to move to? What I'm going to do is I'm actually moving to the Philippines. I'm going to retire there. Oh, I got you, Daggin Hills. Yeah, we've decided we're going to. I'm going to retire and live in the Philippines. I'm not going to. Arlene doesn't want to come back to the States, and I don't want to come back to the States. So we're just going to live in the Philippines. See which way the wind blows. I got you. Yeah, Arlene's got a 4-hectare coconut farm, and then 3 carabao. It's got several cattle. As a matter of fact, we just sold 2 of our cattle last week. 2 of our beef cattle. And then we got a couple of babies on the way from the mama cows. So we got a couple of cows, and then we got the coconut farm. But it looks like we're going to be moving to Masbate. That's where Arlene's from. All Downtown Live. Fernando, how you doing? Where I'm sitting at right now is 4:31 a.m. in Greenville, South Carolina. Yep, it's 4:31 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, all downtown. I'm actually still at the hospital with my mom. So I just took a break and came outside to smoke and figure I'd jump on YouTube and see if anybody was up and see what was going on. Yeah, if you guys would, I'd appreciate it if you guys would hit the thumbs up for me. That'd be awesome. No worries, all downtown. Yeah, my mom's 80 years old and she fell and broke 3 ribs and cracked 4 vertebrae and she's got a hematoma on her left kidney. So we're still here at the hospital. Last night, or yeah, I guess you'd say last night. Last night was their second night here. Then I guess from there we'll go to rehab after this. But yeah, it's cooled off, man. It feels nice. Hey, Missing Tooth, how you doing today? Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Yeah, buck naked. That's not the way to go. Hey, no worry, Daggin Hills. No worries, brother. I appreciate it. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Yep, moms are special. Mine's just so darn hard-headed, she won't listen. Hey, Robert, welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you coming up. Hey, Missing Tooth, I'm actually up at the hospital. My mom's been in the hospital for 2 days now. So I've been sitting in that hospital room all night and you can't get no sleep. So Cadillac Sam, what's up? So I decided to come outside and smoke and take a break and get out of that hospital room for a little bit. Hey, I appreciate it, Mr. Tooth. No worries. Like I say, you can't get no rest in there. My mom can't get no rest, and every 15 minutes they're in there. I got you all downtown. Yeah, God loves me. He's awesome. But yeah, every 15 minutes they're in there taking her blood pressure, giving her pain medication, checking her blood pressure, or taking blood. So she's just wore out. I mean, she can't get no sleep. Every time she dozes off, and I'll be sitting there in the chair, and I'll no sooner doze off, and in comes another nurse poking and prodding. No, absolutely. There is no rest to be had by the patient or the family members here with the patient. There is no rest to be had. Buck naked, that all depends upon you, brother. That's a $99 question that only you can answer. 1,000, it depends upon where you live, what you eat, if you're going to have children, all that plays into it, brother. There's a bunch of people that says they live for less than that, and there's a bunch of people that says you got to have more than that. So that's a open-ended question that only you can answer. It completely depends upon your lifestyle, where you live. I mean, I can tell you right now, you're not going to live in a big fancy apartment or condo, none of that for that kind of money. That's why me and Arlene are going to the province. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, we're going to the province, and we're going to live cheap. I mean, that's all I want. It's peace and quiet and no drama. Depends on where and how you live. That's right, Buck Naked. That's what it all boils down to. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, province living. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to the province. All I want to do is hopefully I can get just good enough internet to do YouTube. And Arlene's got her channel up and going, so we just want to try to get a little small place for me and her. And yep, that's me too, Buck Naked. I'm gonna be near the water in a small place in the province. That's all I want. Hey, Paranormal Voices, how you doing today? Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for stopping by. Alaska, far away, brother. I hear you. I spent 3 days in Alaska. I caught a military hop out of Nagasaki, Japan. And we got to Alaska and we had to stay for 3 days. I would go to the end of the world. I hear you. No problem, no sickness, no pain. I hear you. Yeah, that's the worst part about me. I hate coming to these hospitals because every time I come, it seems like I get problems to get YouTube. Yep. Depends on what kind of equipment and what kind of internet you got. But every time I come to these darn hospitals, I end up catching a darn cold. I got the worst luck in the world when it comes to coming to these hospitals. Yeah, Daggin Hills out in San Francisco Bay. I spent a bunch of time out there at Daggin Hills, San Jose, and San Francisco splicing fiber for level 3 years ago. That's where I was at when 9/11 happened. I was in a hotel. We just worked all night in San Francisco and just got to San Jose, and I got to the hotel and it just dropped off to sleep. And I got a call and I woke up and turned the TV on just as the second plane hit the tower. But we had been up in San Francisco right there at the Giants baseball stadium. We were splicing fiber for level 3. And we'd been out there in that manhole all night long. I got you, Daggin Hills. Hey, Daggin Hills, are you part of God Loves Me's channel? She's from out in that part of the country too, brother. She's got a grade up in Kent. Yeah, she's a dear friend. That's right, Daggin Hills. Yep. She's awesome. I hate she's getting bullied. I mean, I was in her stream the other night when it was 30 trolls hit her at one time. It was a mess. We were all in there just deleting. Yeah, I can't believe that. I mean, as nice as she is and somebody bullying her around, it pisses me off, is what it does. Especially the way she said they were talking to her. But like I say, we were all in there the other night, and there was like 30 of them came in. And the thing of it is, when they first came in, they were nice. They were, they were talking, they were chatting, they were nice. And then they started their crap. That's right, acting like they're Christians, and then they started their crap. Yeah, I got really mad the other night when they did that to her. Yeah, typical trolls. and of all people to pick to hit, you know. Start nice, then escalate. That's absolutely right, Daggin Hills. I mean, they seemed good when they first came, and then it just went downhill after that. I hear you, Buck Naked. You know, I'll be honest with y'all. I don't have a problem with people being trolls. I mean, maybe sometimes they're just having fun. Uh, but the thing of it is, some of them take it to extremes. I mean, there's no. Some of the words she said that somebody used to her, that's totally, totally, totally should not happen. You know, calling somebody out by their own, yeah, basement dwellers. That's right. Calling somebody out by their full name. You know, that's right. Pure hate. Yeah, it's pure hate. I mean, I don't have a problem in the world if a bunch of trolls come in and, you know, if they're laughing and joking and they just come to try to interfere with your live stream, I don't have a problem with it, you know. But yeah, when they start that crap, that's uncalled for. That's doxing and illegal. That's right, Daggin Hills. You know, that's absolutely correct, because I mean, she's got a wonderful family, and that's uncalled for. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I mean, I just know her through YouTube, but I feel for her and her family, and it pissed me off. Yep, you're right, Buck Naked. Yeah, Daggin Hills, I'm the same way, dude. It really pissed me off. Yeah, trying to be positive, and like I say, got a wonderful family, you know, and some of those horses' backsides, you know, pick on her and do something like that to her channel. That's just ridiculous. I mean, if they want to start something, there's a whole lot bigger channels out there and bigger fish in the sea that they could try to mess with than messing with her. Yep, that's right. Yeah, guys, I went to a I went to hey, Dallas County Scratchers, what's up? Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, I've been to a couple of live streams, and folks basically told me that they didn't want me at their live stream in there. Some of the folks in their chat were complaining because I came to their live stream. I guess they have a little close knit group or something, and they got upset because I came there. Yep, never want to be meanful. That's right. But yeah, I've been to a couple of channels that were like that. You go in there and uh, yeah, no worries, Daggin Hills. I love her channel to death. I think she's an awesome person myself. But yeah, some folks, I don't know. Uh, they they act like they get mad when you come and visit their channel or visit their live stream. So I don't know. It's weird. Weird how people think. I just know there's some channels that, you know, I stay subscribed to them, but I won't go back to their lives anymore. Yeah, hateful people. I don't know. You know that there's so many different channels and communities out there. Hey, Black Ceiling, what's up? That you know, they have their morning chat, and some of the ladies sit and gossip, and some of the guys sit and gossip, and yeah, there's a lot of people that really live their lives on YouTube every day. But that's cool. I mean, that, I guess some people use it as that's their therapy, getting on and chit chatting with folks every day. They look forward to it. Yep, that's right. If they don't like me, that's okay. I still love them. Love is great. Yep, that's right, Daggin Hills. Just go to the ones, you know. I don't want drama, and I like having fun. And you know, some people get on there and they talk about their aches and their pains and the gossip and all that stuff, and they love it, and God bless them. Like I say, you know, that's a lot of them's therapy. They get on there and put their problems out there on the internet and chat with each other, and maybe that makes them feel better. Hey, no worries, Buck Naked. Appreciate you stopping by. Get some good rest, brother. Hey, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. But yeah, it takes all kinds of different folks. Hey, Black Ceiling, I'm been kind of off YouTube for a while. I'm up at the hospital with my mom. I just came out to do this live stream to break the monotony of sitting up there in the hospital room. That's why I haven't done it. I don't think I've done a live stream in like 3 days or something. No worries, Black Ceiling. Appreciate it. Hey, thanks all downtown. Thanks, Telly. I appreciate it. Glad to see you here in the live stream. I appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully my mom, we can get her out of the hospital here soon and get her over to a rehabilitation center. That's what I'm hoping. I don't know if they'll transfer and it being the weekend or not, but hopefully no later than Monday, I would hope. Okay, all downtown. Yeah, I'm out here in my car. I think this whole hospital's no smoking, so I come out here in my car. Hopefully the policemen don't come by here and get me. I wasn't thinking about it when I come up here. I just jumped in my car and came and brought shorts, and man, it's cold in that room at night. They actually did bring me a blanket. It's 4:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right now here at Black Ceiling. And it's cooled off. It's actually in the lower 50s here. So it's actually cooled off. Yeah, it's cold in there, brother. It really is. You know, it's not so bad during the day, but gosh, during at night, it's cold. Hey, guys, any of you folks that come in, if you would, give the old hillbilly a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Hey, what's up, Gambler After Dark? How's it going today, brother? Hope everything's good over your way. Yeah, you're right, Black Ceiling. I think that's why they keep it so cold in there, trying to keep the germs down. Yeah, I got you, Gambler After Dark. Yeah, I'm out here outside the hospital here in Greenville, South Carolina, and it's a whole lot cooler over here. It's nice. I was over in Chattanooga, y'all, and believe it or not, Chattanooga was hot this week. It was 99 Monday, 97 Tuesday, and it was 95 Wednesday in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Yeah, Daggin. I'm like you. I do, but I was up in Minnesota working this last winter. But I tell you, I don't like that cold, brother. I missed the 60 below, but the first day I got up there, it was 24 below, and that's too cold for me. I love fall. Yeah, Gambler, you're right. I love the fall, brother. I love it when the leaves turn, and I love it when it cools off. Of course, this year I don't believe there's going to be much leaf looking. It's been so dry. I know over there working in Knoxville and Chattanooga, Tennessee, it's dry over there. All the leaves were just falling off the trees already. They just went from green to brown. Yeah, Daggin Hills. Well, believe it or not, brother, I was out there years ago working up in Sacramento, and then we went up to Clear Lake Oaks, and we got up to the higher elevation on the power lines working out there, and there was lots of snow up there. Yeah, too many fires. Yeah, that's a bad thing. I got a second cousin that lives outside of San Diego, California, and I was out in San Diego for school in the military, and then I was in Mare Island going to school, and then I've worked all over out there, uh, all up and down the West Coast. I've worked all over out there. Hemet, California. I don't recognize that. Black Sailing, good for you. That's the best thing you could do is quit smoking these cigarettes. I've quit a million times. I've quit every other bad habit that I've got, but these cigarettes it's tough. I've tried and tried and tried and tried. Y'all see my official name badge? Get in and out of the hospital here, you gotta have an official name badge. Ah, where the big campfire destroyed so much. I got you. Hey, 4 years no alcohol. That's awesome. Daggin Hills. That's a great thing that you never smoked, brother. The worst thing I ever did. I was a dipper and chewed tobacco, and I quit that, and I started smoking. And I tell you what, it's the worst mistake I ever made in my life. I wish I'd have never even seen a pack of cigarettes. If I had all the money, all these years I spent on cigarettes, I'd be a rich man and a whole lot healthier. See, Daggin Hills, I was just the opposite. Nobody in my family smoked. I'm the only one. Drinking Colt 45, they're water to me. I got you. Yeah, the first beer I ever drank was a Schlitz. Yeah, Black Ceiling. I was just up in New York a while back, and cigarettes up there were $15 a pack. And I was like, holy cow. 2 boxes a day. Yeah, I smoke 2 packs a day myself. Well, back then, Daggin Hills, they didn't call it malt liquor. It was just called Schlitz. But yeah, the tireder I get, the more I smoke. And like I say, traveling for the job I've been doing all these years, driving by myself for hours and hours and hours. It just made me smoke that much more. Yeah, Daggin Hills, my mom's side of the family, a bunch of her sisters have died from lung cancer, and they never smoked a day in their life, ever. They never smoked. And my mom's never smoked. Like Ceiling, I think they both hand in hand, drinking and smoking, that they go together. It's like a smoker and their coffee. Have a cup of coffee and gotta have a cigarette every morning. I used to tell everybody that's how I get my heart started in the morning, smoking a cigarette and drinking a cup of coffee. But after all these years, I wasn't getting it started. I was trying to get it to stop, I guess. But yeah, you guys, I heard something on the radio yesterday. I haven't watched the news. What's going on with that vaping? All the people dying from vaping or getting sick or disease or whatever. Hooked on Tic Tacs. I got you, Daggin Hills. Dude, I got hooked on sunflower seeds one time. Man, I got hooked on them sunflower seeds, and I mean, I had to have a mouthful of them at all times. Yeah, I can't believe I got hooked on sunflower seeds, but I've heard a lot of people say that they get hooked on them things. And another thing, I had a boss one time, he got hooked on that nose spray, that Vicks nose spray. Man, he was addicted to that stuff. I've never used that anything up my nose like that. But yeah, he was hooked on that Vicks nasal spray. Yeah, Daggin Hills, I'm not sure what's going on. They were talking about it on the radio. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of coffee. But they said something about it on the radio, that it's like some kind of synthetic marijuana or something. That's what they were saying on the radio. I'm not sure what was going on with it. That it wasn't the regular vaping that was causing it. Yeah, 3 killed from vapes. But yeah, on the radio they were talking about it. Said it's got some kind of like synthetic marijuana or something in the one that's made everybody sick and died. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure, Black Ceiling and Daggin Hills. You're right. It's some kind of the chemical that they used for that particular vape, and it's got, what did they say in it? One of the vitamins or something. They were talking about it on the radio. Like I say, I just caught bits and pieces of it on the radio. But some kind of mixture that they came up with that's like supposed to be some kind of synthetic marijuana or something, they were saying, and whatever the mixture they used is what's causing the problems. But I don't know. I tried one of those e-cigarettes, and man, that thing took the top of my head off. I couldn't use them. I cough and cough and cough trying to use it. I tried that Chantix to stop smoking. And man, that stuff made me feel bad. I got depressed. I started dreaming about people that's been dead for 20 or 30 years. And I quit taking that Chantix. I got you, Daggin Heels. Does it work? I'm a firm believer. Yeah, I got you, Daggin Heels. I am a firm believer in legalizing medical marijuana. 8 deaths. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in legalizing that medical marijuana. And they're saying it's helping a whole lot of veterans and with post-traumatic stress disorder. And now to be pure. I got you, Daggin Heels. But yeah, I'm a firm believer in it. It's helping a lot of veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder, and I'm all for that. Those guys been through hell, and if marijuana makes them feel better, then I'm all for it. I got you. Yep, you're right, Daggin Heels. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in it. I really am. I mean, you just look at the numbers of how many veterans end up committing suicide. It's unreal, and if that would help them, then I'm all for it. But the problem is even if the state oh my goodness, don't know all downtown. That's above me. Yeah, better than taking pills, Daggin Heels. You're right. But the only problem is, even if the state goes to legalizing medical marijuana, the VA's still not doing it because the VA's feds. So the feds are going to have to step in and do something. Yeah, I agree with that, Black Ceiling. But I think if those guys got to a point to where they're feeling that depressed, and if it would help, then I think it would be nice if they had that available to them. I got you all downtown. But if the VA opened it up for veterans, then that would open up the Pandora's box for the government to have to look at legalizing it everywhere. Yeah, the popping the pills. I'm not a pill taker. The only thing I take is Advil. But yeah, you're right. I mean, over there at the VA, that I don't want to say they're just pill pushers, but that's pretty much all they do for those guys. I mean, they have the group therapy every now and then. Oh, I got you all downtown. But yeah, I mean, those guys go over there to the doctors at the VA and they just pump them full of pills. Here, take this pill and 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 come to group therapy. Well, okay. You know, group therapy meets once a month, once every 2 weeks or something, because they don't have the money to pay a counselor to meet with the guys more than that. And so the rest of the month they just pop pills. Keep them medicated. Yeah, that's right, Daggin Hills. And then they get to the point to where if they were able to function in society and work a job, after a while they start taking all those medications that they give them. Then they can't function to do their job, and then that just snowballs into homelessness and debt, and it's just a bad situation. I mean, I don't have the answer to fix it, but it's definitely a bad situation. I think our government could be spending a whole lot of money in other areas than some of the places that they're spending money at. I mean, I'm so sick of this. I mean, I'm not into politics, y'all, don't get me wrong, but I am so sick to death of this committee investigating the Democrats and this committee investigating the Republicans and this person investigating this person and this person investigating this person and Trump this and Obama that. And I'm just tired of hearing it all. There's been so many millions and millions and millions of dollars wasted. I mean, good Lord, what if we had all those millions of dollars that we could have put towards the homeless people? Absolutely, daggone. That's my opinion, brother. That's my own personal opinion. That's millions of dollars that get wasted for nothing. And I'm sick of hearing about it. Yeah, you're right. They need to feed the kids, and they need a timeout from all this. That's absolutely right. Everybody needs to just chill and stop it for a while. I mean, this whole world's gone crazy enough. We got to do something to bring back some sanity into the world. People killing each other and everybody hating each other. And I mean, I don't want to show my age, but good Lord, back in the 70s, we all loved each other. It didn't matter what you were, black, white, red, purple, Democrat, Republican. It didn't matter. I miss those days. That's right, Black Ceiling. What the, in my opinion, what the hell's going on in this crazy world that we live in? Yeah, I have people nowadays that get mad at me because I always say yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, even to people younger than me. And a lot of people, you know, that they take offense when I say yes ma'am or yes sir, because I'm a lot older than they are. But that's the way I was brought up. That's you know, it's respect for people. Hey, Blue Idaho, how are you doing today? Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, I just try to be nice to everybody. When we went over to the Philippines, or when I went over to the Philippines, me and Arlene was walking around. And everywhere I went, I was, hello, how are you today? Hello, how are you today? You know, I talk to everybody. Glad to hear it, Blue Idaho. Arlene looked at me like, wow, you talk to everybody like that. I said, yeah. I said, that's the way I was brought up. When we go into the mall and the security guard patting me down. And so I'd go through getting a pat down and say, hey, how you doing today? And when we'd walk off, I'd say, have a great day. You know, it's just the way I am. Yeah, news nowadays, y'all, I don't even turn it on. News is like watching, no offense to anybody that watches soap operas. I'm not saying that. But it's like the news is a soap opera. And the thing of it is, you got CNN and Fox News They need each other. They feed off each other. They make the money off each other. As long as they have conflict going back and forth between each other, both of them are making millions. You know, they have to have each other to feed off each other. They ain't nothing but a bunch of paid actors that get up there and talk. And it's funny, you'll have one on Fox News, it's a diehard Republican, and then next week they're over at CNN and they're a diehard Democrat, and vice versa. They'll leave CNN a diehard Democrat and they come to Fox News and be a diehard Republican. Yeah, Daggin Hills, I'm pretty much the same way. The only news I watch is the Weather Channel. Yeah, that's my opinion. They're just a bunch of paid actors. And to be honest with you, that's kind of the way I feel about Congress nowadays. They're just a bunch of paid actors. Yeah, I agree, Black Sailor. It's just, yep, that's right. None of us have any real choice. You're absolutely correct. Yep, times change and everybody has to change with it. And unfortunately, in my opinion, unfortunately right now, that's where we're at. I got you, Daggin Hills. Yeah, I feel for them poor people out there in Houston. Good Lord. All that darn rain. After they just went through that with that hurricane that flooded Houston, and then this tropical storm comes in and dumped more rain than the darn hurricane did. Yes, I do golf. I used to love golf. I played golf in high school for the high school team. I would, at one point in my life, I'd rather chase that white golf ball on a golf course than do anything else in the world. I used to love golfing. Yeah, it's gotten so expensive nowadays. But yeah, I used to love to play golf. Yeah, I actually took my golf clubs with me when I was in the Philippines and Japan in the military. My dad was an awesome golfer. I hear you, Daggin Hills. Yeah, I wasn't ever awesome, but I actually enjoyed it. Like I say, I played golf in Japan and the Philippines. They're on the military base in the Philippines when I was over there. It just amazes me how far people hit that golf ball nowadays, even on the women's tour nowadays. I hear y'all downtown. You got too good for them. Black Ceiling, we used to play badminton. I can remember my parents and all their friends having big get-togethers and play badminton, believe it or not, back in the day. Yeah, I got you, Daggin Hills. That's pretty much everything nowadays. Even all the way down to, believe it or not, Pee Wee Sports. You know, if you're not part of the booster club and you're not contributing, then a lot of times, yeah, Chili Man's awesome all downtown. But yeah, Daggin Hills, that's all the way down to Pee Wee Sports nowadays. If your parents aren't contributing to the booster club and all that other mess, then you just don't. A lot of the kids don't get to play, even though they're good. It depends on how much your parents contribute to the booster club. Which is unfortunate. But there again, that's the society we live in. It's kind of like those participation trophies. Everybody gets a trophy nowadays. But that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. What do you consider proper black sealing? I was fortunate enough to grow up in a family. I was an only child. I was adopted. And my adopted grandparents and my parents, I grew up on a cattle farm. And they talked about everything in front of me and with me growing up. Yeah, my mom got divorced when I was just like personal, emotional conversations where you share personal info or anything. Sure. Yeah, I probably told my mom things that my mom didn't ever want to hear. But especially my grandfather, my adopted grandfather, he was absolutely awesome. He died when I was in high school, but he was a very intelligent man. He made a lot of money down in Florida. He was from Florida, and he got the patent on the first irrigation systems that came out back in the day. He was a very smart man, and man, I could talk to him about anything. It didn't matter. Oh, I hate to hear that all downtown, but that's awesome that you take care of foster kids. Yep, that's awesome. I was lucky enough, I have 3 children. I got you. Yeah, like I say, I learned about the birds and the bees at a young age growing up on a cattle farm. Because you grow up quick working on a farm, especially raising beef cattle. So yeah, I learned at an early age about the birds and the bees and life and death, and yeah, I had a pretty good upbringing from a maturity wise, I would say. Well, I don't know about all that all downtown. I appreciate you coming by and chatting with us, though. That's what I like about my channel. I'm small enough to where everybody can come in and we talk about it. I never, most everybody goes on there, they have an agenda and an agenda. I never have an agenda. We just seem to pick up a talking point during all my live streams. Sometimes it's sports and sometimes it's something else. And we just talk about lots of things. Life in general, like what I like to call it. Remind me of my dad's friend. I hear you. So anything y'all got going on special this weekend? I know it's cooling off. A lot of people be out and about over in this part of the world, enjoying this fresh air. I think it's only supposed to last a few days though, and then it's going to get back hot again. Yeah, you're right, Daggin Hills. It does bring closure. I mean, I've seen a lot of people, a lot of family members in my life suffer and suffer and suffer, and I know they're in a better place now. What am I doing, Black Ceiling? I'll be up here at the hospital all weekend until my mom gets released, unless they let her go to the rehab facility this weekend. Then Monday I've got to start finding somewhere that I can get her an assisted living place or nursing home or something. I got to do something. This is the second time she's fell in 3 months. Yeah, that's right, Daggin Hills. Yeah, I appreciate it, Black Ceiling. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll do something. I don't know what yet, but we'll do something. Yeah, it's tough on old folks that have been independent so long, and then all of a sudden you have to tell them, you can't be independent no more. The day has finally come that you're not independent no more. And when she fell 3 months ago, she was like, "Oh, I just made a mistake and tripped and fell. No big deal." But I talked to her for a little bit last night, and yeah, they feel like prisoners. That's right. But I talked to her a little bit last night, and I think she's starting to realize now that maybe it's come to a point to where she can't keep living by herself and be self-sufficient. I mean, I can't imagine what it feels like, somebody walk in your house one day and said, "Okay, you can't live here no more. You can't sleep in your bed. You can't have your refrigerator. You can't have your stove. You can't have this. You can't have that. You got to come and live here, and we're going to take care of you and basically tell you what to do." That's got to be, it's got to be hard. Yeah, I agree with that. I that's what I told my mom. I've been telling her and been telling her and been telling her, stop driving, stop driving, stop driving. And when I say driving, she only drives like a mile down to the grocery store or down to the pharmacy. But I guess somebody from church was going to take her to her Coumadin clinic to get her blood checked, and that person couldn't make it. So she started down the steps to get in her car in the garage to go to her doctor's appointment, and that's where she fell the day before yesterday. but we've been on a waiting list for a month for the home health people to come. Yep, she still tries to drive, but I think she's realized now that's over. But like I say, we've been on a waiting list for a month now for the folks that'll come and take her to her doctor's appointments, go to the grocery store, get her medication. They actually will clean the house, bathe her, all that stuff. But like I say, we've been on a waiting list for a month now. But anyway, well, folks, I appreciate everybody that came by. It's almost 5:30. I better get back up there. I'm sure she's wondering where I'm at. I was hoping she'd get a little bit more sleep. But like I say, every 15 minutes they're in there poking and prodding. But hey, I appreciate it, Black Ceiling. And I appreciate you guys stopping by and visiting with me. Like I say, I just had to break that monotony for a little bit and get out of the room and get some fresh air. But you guys have a safe weekend. I might try to later on today sometime. I want to try to get over to my mom's house, get a shower, grab a couple hours sleep or something. My oldest daughter's coming down to relieve me this later on this morning. So I might try to do a little bit of live stream this afternoon. But I appreciate you guys. Y'all be safe and have a good weekend. And like I say, always take care of each other, y'all. Be good to each other. Have a great day. See y'all.